Hello, hello. I am on the other side of Wednesday Night Heists, BigEdMustafa's stream, which I am going to be joining him shortly. Once I get things set up and jumping into Discord, at which point in time we will have some dual streaming going on, which I've never done before. And we'll see if anybody shows up in this one and watches it. Because it might be fun. At the very least, it's some fun technical stuff to do. So I got my Gravidoc, my burglar, who is in the 40 Thieves, and I'm going to jump in right now.
In there, so not sure what that's all about, but as long as it looks good and it's running smooth, I guess it doesn't need to suck up as much bandwidth as it possibly can. I'm going to take a quick look at the settings page. Output X264 CRF is 16. Yeah, it's all here. In fact, I think I even cut and paste your options line directly from Discord to make sure I didn't mistype anything. But yeah, everything's set the way it's supposed to be. And actually, I'm showing 0 dropped frames, so hopefully everything looks good, sounds good, and we're off to the races.
Good evening, Big Ed.
Is that my buddy Gravity?
It is. How are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
Very good, thanks. I am also streaming this tonight.
Awesome. We're going to double bag this one.
Yeah, exactly. Burglars probably shouldn't be so transparent, but...
Yeah, we're doing a lot of publicizing for guys running around stealing.
Exactly.
There's no SWAT team in the Shire, so I think we'll be okay.
Excellent.
Got to pixelate the naughty bits. I can just put black electrical tape over the nipples on the outside of the shirt chromite. That should be good enough. And Rembenis is hanging out in chat. Hello to Rembenis. Hope you're having a good night, bud. Oh, so the quote tonight is from Keith Richards. To a musician or songwriter, your canvas is silence. But I was going through some Keith Richards quotes, and it wasn't, I ran across something that was more of a story and not really a direct quote. It's a direct quote, but also a story. One of their stage managers came backstage and was like, Ronnie, Keith, the police are here. And they started freaking out and flushing all kinds of stuff down the toilet and going through all their personal effects, making sure they didn't have anything on them. And then I guess Stuart Copeland and Sting walked into the dressing room. That's pretty hilarious. I was amused by that.
That is awesome.
Aside from being a fine musician, one of the things I love about Keith Richards is the guy is almost egoless. It's just amazing to me that he's going through life as Keith Richards, not even realizing how awesomely cool it is to be Keith Richards. But he's told stories before about he was hanging out with 3 or 4 other very famous guitarists at some festival or some show or something. And they're all just hanging around in a hotel suite before or after the show. And somebody creates some new riff and starts playing it. And they kind of go around the circle, and it was almost like playing horse out in the driveway with the basketball. It's like, okay, I'm going to play this riff, and then you have to copy it. And they go around the circle, and all of a sudden it's Keith's turn, and he tries playing this riff, and he can't do it. And he tries it again, and he can't do it, and he tries it again. And I'm not on official, so I can go ahead. Well, I'll edit it a little bit, but he's just like, oh, you're a bunch of clever effers. And he gets up and walks out of the room with his guitar, and he went into his hotel room and just kept picking away at it until he finally figured out the riff. But not something too many world famous rock stars would admit to, much less tell in an interview. But Keith is all self-taught, so I'm sure every once in a while somebody else with fancier background can trip him up. And if you're watching and you don't like the Rolling Stones, shame on you. They're awesome. Seen them live in concert 4 times, and Actually caught Keith Solo up in St. Paul, Minnesota once on tour with the Expensive Winos. So Gravity is 87th level, catching me soon. Yeah, you were like 16 levels behind me. Now you're only 11. You're going to go flying past me like you did all up, which is good. And at some point, we may get a Zinger sighting, possibly even an All Up Enya sighting.
I was going to say, All Up Baba just came online.
Fantastic. Man, it's like the Candy Man. If you say his name 3 times, he appears.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
I'm a little gassy.
I'm glad you're liking the beard.
It's freaking sexy.
Just make sure my wife doesn't hear you say that. She's been jealous of you ever since she heard me tell you that you're too pretty for condoms.
Bam!
And if you're watching the stream and you're not disturbed by that, you probably should be. So you need to really question yourself. Now, that one I actually have been saving. I thought of that line a while back, and I thought, I can't wait to use that on stream.
That was awesome.
Mort was on stream one time, and I think one of the gals was asking him about being married or if he was dating somebody, and Mort's like, no, I haven't really found that special someone yet. And he's like, I have very particular requirements. And, of course, Mort was wearing a hoodie sweatshirt, and he's got a much more epic beard than I do. And it just sort of hit me. It's like, yeah, Mort's going to want a woman who's just as into the Unabomber manifesto as he is. And I threw that line out there, and All Up and Mort were both like, wow, you've been saving that for a long time. And I was like, no, that literally just popped into my sick, twisted brain right now.
That was awesome.
I mean, how could you even plan to sit around and throw out a line like that? It's like one day somebody's going to ask Mort if he has a girlfriend, and I'm going to be right there to crush him. It's like, that'd be a long wait to tell that joke. Well, I apologize for that, Gormabald. Gormabald's choking on beer. I am on Brandywine. That is the home server of the 40 Thieves. Now, we were going to kind of invite you to run with Gravity, but you're too low level, All Up. How'd that happen?
Yeah.
I'm just teasing. Just glad to see you, and if you happen to run into the 7 Hero, remind him that you both have burglars on Brandywine, would you?
Will do. Yeah, I got on this weekend and I looked to see where Gravity was because that's my main point right now is to see where he is. And I saw he was already up at 85 or some crap. So I was like, well, I need to get on it.
Hi to Kadithi. Hi to the Cookie Mama. Hello to Deathman, who has come for low-quality entertainment. I have no doubt we'll be able to provide that. I'm actually paying attention to chat reasonably well, and Zinger's not here to witness it. He wouldn't believe it if you guys tell him anyway.
Probably not.
Nope.
Probably not. Can't really blame him either.
Nope.
That was the one thing, the Maiden of Rohan, I was like her 5th follower ever. I tripped onto her stream, maybe the first day she was streaming, maybe the second. And I remember watching her and thinking, she is absolutely brand new to this, and I will never be as good at following Chad as she is. And Rambenis is greeting you all heartily in chat. Feel free to say hello to Rambenis if you'd like.
What's going on, man?
Hey, Ram.
So what do you guys have planned tonight?
We were just discussing it.
Level up, all up.
Level up, all up would be good, yeah.
Well, I got about a half hour till the fellowship commences, but we are short one tonight, so I'm debating on what if anybody's going to want to do anything. So I don't know.
All right. Well, hopefully you guys can get a group together. You're always welcome to stay and hang with us.
Oh yeah.
Gravity is also streaming this tonight, so it'll be fun to have like 3 different camera angles for the viewers to check out.
Nice.
Maybe get somebody to do some instant replay.
They're going to be switching between mine and your camera and going, which one is which?
Well, there's a fairly famous community member who at one time had 2 or 3 people tell me so-and-so has got a bone to pick with you. So-and-so's mad at you. And I was literally like, I've never said or done anything to upset this person, even like behind their back. I just never a bad word about him. And I'm like, all up in you must have said something, and somebody told him it was BigEdMustafa.
I need to use that. Of course, my beard's not as epic as yours.
Yours will be getting thick about the time I shave this. So,
well, it'll get thick, but then it just gets too scraggly, so I just keep it trimmed.
Fair enough.
At least that's what I'm saying.
Kermite says, a shame she started hanging out with a weird crowd, though. Some dude named BigEdMustafa and all up in you kept popping into her stream.
We made her life more and full and exciting. No, not really.
Pretty much.
You added something to it.
She enjoys the abuse.
Yeah.
I think so.
I think that's why there's so many women LotRO players who like to hang out with us, because normally they go their whole polite with guys being gentlemen and being nice to them, and we provide them with a whole new experience that they're not used to.
These guys are a-holes. Well,
I think I'm starting out with the inventory in pretty decent shape tonight.
Is that right?
Yeah, who knew?
Head of the
Got
game.
a little bit of scholar stuff to send off. I'll mail it to Zinger.
Head of the game.
That'll be his punishment for not being here. Whoever doesn't show up gets crap sent to them in the mail. And since Olip is actually here, I will save my fish for another day.
Hey, I sent you guys some stuff, I think. Didn't I?
You did.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got
sent some fish,
cooked fish
food. What up?
I'm still waiting on my rhubarb cooked up.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, where's our strawberry rhubarb pie, you dick?
I can't get any strawberries. Damn.
Yeah, they're only all over the landscape waiting to be picked up.
Yeah,
I can see that would be a problem.
I go right over that crap.
You'd actually have to log on to Brandywine to do that, so I can see where that would be a big hassle for you.
That's true.
Yeah,
all right, well, if we got...
I was going to say the last batch of rhubarb, I got it back in the mail. So.
I don't know why that happened.
So Kadithi's praising me for knowing my faults. I don't have to do anything about them. I just have to know them. And all 3 are wearing our Shire Plum track suits. And I'm totally boss because I've got an eye patch and pirate hat on too, which is the proper accessorizing. And I'm still sporting the drinking mug as one of my weapons. So
yeah, I've got the drinking mug and a rolling pin.
Oh. Man, there must not be
Really
anybody
busy.
on. I actually got auto-hosted by Stina.
That's not anybody else.
I've got to be like number 96 on her auto-host list, but that's okay. I'm grateful for the plug. Thank you, Stina. So
I'm gonna
Nice.
figure out what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go mute and start the official, if that's cool.
yeah, totally cool.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
get
I've got
Gravity
about
to
a
clean
half
up his
hour.
potty mouth language for you, and then we'll go from there.
All right, I'll be right back.
The Rohirrim will need your aid. The Rohirrim have need of your services. The Rohirrim will need your aid.
So I finally got Galadriel's last handful of Starlit
Our
Crystal that
success
she needed
depends
for
upon
her
our
current
strength.
legendary
us?
set.
Outstanding.
Which means I don't have to run epic battles on her anymore. So I guess epic battles are a possibility. We could run some skirmishes, find some stuff that'll put a little bit of XP on all up. What are you in the mood for?
Yeah, we could do a skirmish. I think there's a couple skirmishes that award pretty good XP, aren't there?
Yeah, probably.
I'm not that far ahead of them.
10 levels.
Yeah, a skirmish will be somewhere in the middle of that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd probably set it at 82 or something.
Yeah.
Poop, I went the wrong way. I wanted to get this LI reforged.
Kadithi suggests warg pens.
Yeah, Org Pens is good for experience. And actually, it's a 3-man, so
Yeah.
kind of tailor-made for the group at the moment.
Where are you going?
I just have to get a weapon reforged. When all up
Oh,
comes
okay.
on, we'll start the skirmish.
All right. I was going to show you something that happened. I will catch up to you.
Okay. I'll see you at the Forge Master.
Sounds good.
Been doing a lot of ale association, so it's kind of freaking me out to be riding through Brie at high speed and not be drunk. Like, wait, aren't I supposed to be going the other way and be completely wasted?
And make some snarky comment about my teenage life in a backwoods rural area, but there's a lot of driving through town after probably far too many.
Yeah. I miss the good old days when that wasn't frowned upon as much as it is today.
Yeah. So I logged in the other night thinking, oh, I got to put some more XP on Gravidoc, and I'm standing at the party tree, and I'm thinking, what should I do? I'm like, oh, I might as well just run these festival quests. They give out pretty good XP.
Yeah.
And lo and behold,
Nice.
I get a skeleton
Look at that
horse. I have run the festival exactly twice on this character.
Well, that's bad news for Draculetta, but good news for you.
Yep.
And what's really handy about that is if you end up like trapped up in Forakel and you need to eat the horse, this will actually kind of help you cut it up. Sort of like a template for butchering the animal. I like it.
That's true. That's true.
We should do that to cows here in Nebraska. Just save us a whole lot of time. Completely new experience. This is Mustafa's home. She has brought the life-giving gift of pizza. Looks like Little Caesars.
Mm-hmm. And she made me spend $50 at lunch today.
Thank you, honey. She met me for lunch today, and we went to this seafood restaurant called Shucks.
This is gross.
Started out with a dozen oysters on the half shell. And then they had the shrimp po' boy combo, where you can get a shrimp po' boy with either sausage and shrimp gumbo or clam chowder soup. And it was really good, but we dropped probably $48 with tip for lunch. And by we, I mean her, so she's kind of fussy about the whole thing. Feckless is now hosting. Thank you, Feckless. Welcome, everybody.
Howdy.
Anyway, this place is attached to a place called Absolutely Fresh Seafood Market, and they fly in fresh seafood all the time because that's the only way to get fresh seafood in Nebraska.
Amen to that.
Except for catfish. You can get decent catfish here, and that's about it.
Carp.
No, there's no such thing as decent carp, honey. I refuse to believe
I
that.
love carp. Carp.
There's a restaurant down in South Omaha called Joe Tess that has
Carp.
fried carp as the house specialty. And man, you'd have to eat Korean food for a long time before that would start to taste good.
Guy Fieri liked it.
Yeah, Guy Fieri's paid to like whatever they send him to. I'm Guy Fieri, and I'm here at Hardee's, and this Frisco melt is money. And coincidentally enough, Hardee's is now a show sponsor. Don't believe what you hear on TV, honey.
You're the one that likes the Frisco melt.
That's true. If you have to eat at Hardee's, that's not a bad burger.
I want you to know the Aldi's over by Lancer is opening tomorrow.
That is exciting news. Is it just me, or is All Up In You spending a really long time on his intro?
He is online. He's got.
Well, he said he was going to mute us and then go start his stream and then come back. So.
I opened up LotRO stream and it's he's talking. I don't have the audio up, but he's
That's all right. He'll be back.
Chromite's offering to fix OBS for him in chat. So he's up, but the game isn't coming up. There's just his decoration and block.
Oh, okay. Why do I not see the Mirkwood skirmishes on here? Am I just scrolling past them over and over? Ingmar, Garth Garwin.
Oh, I know.
Okay, you're starting to wear me out, honey. Thanks for the pizza. Go out to the living room.
Uh-huh.
You can make fun of me later when I'm not on a microphone.
I think it's hilarious.
We were all just talking about how awesome my beard is.
Gross. Is it gone yet?
Nope.
We can make it gone.
I don't think she realizes if she said she liked the beard, I'd probably shave it tomorrow.
Dol Guldur. Instance Dol Guldur. Is that what you're looking for?
Oh, yeah. There we go. So now I was looking for the Mirkwood heading, and there isn't one. I'm not a smart man. Anyhow, I had started my intro and then found out that for some reason OBS had defaulted to default instead of the actual microphone and headset settings that I had in it. I don't know how this stuff gets messed with.
Right.
Anyway, so I mentioned that if you run into Druid's Fire, congratulate her on it being National Ice Cream Day today, December 13th. It's celebrated every year, apparently. And also, it is the start of the Festival of Lights. So happy Hanukkah to everybody.
Nice.
And if you personally don't celebrate happy Hanukkah, find somebody who does and wish them a happy Hanukkah, and they'll be happy that you did. So. And I suppose Olip would rather get his stream working than just go ahead and run with us.
Probably. He is
Kind of
logging in as
important.
all at Baba, though.
Okay.
He is sitting
I'm
at
back.
the,
I'm back.
Oh, there he is.
He is back.
You know, OBS is just a lovely, lovely. I start up the stream and you don't see LotRO, so I had to delete the source and redo it, and now it's fine.
Crazy Walls, welcome. Kadithi was agreeing with my imitation of Guy Fieri. I'm Guy Fieri, and I was sent to this dumpster behind the Outback Steakhouse. Let's see what they've got. Feckless is not stopping. Going to need some sleep, as got Mum to look after. All right, Feckless. Well, get a little bit of rest and have a great night. Yeah, I guess ISPs are acting up the world over the last couple of weeks.
Right.
Okay, anyway, so we were talking while you were doing your thing while we were muted, and we're going to run you through Warg Pens. It's supposed to be just crazy buku experience. And we'll run it at 5 levels over for you, so you max out your experience, and there's a huge risk of death for you. We're excited about that, especially since we're all Bergs and we can't res you.
Here, goblin keepers care
It's going to be awesome.
I just have to figure out how to do this as not the lowest player, not the lowest character in the fellowship for a change.
Just remember, if you get in trouble, go hide behind All Up, and they will naturally gravitate towards him.
Got it.
Okay, I guess we're going to have to walk them through this. All Up, there should be a little instance window with a Travel Now button. You're going to want to click that, buddy.
Honey, it's your boyfriend.
Yep. I told All Up that you get jealous whenever I mention him ever since you heard me tell him I thought he was too pretty for condoms.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that's Twitch appropriate?
Yeah. Well, I've said worse.
That's terrible.
Terribly hilarious.
She says that if it's as if terrible is a bad thing on Twitch.
I
or
know.
something.
What's up with that? Apparently, instead of joining us on this instance, All Up has gone to file sexual harassment charges against me. Tweet from @AllUpInYa. #MeToo.
I guess I should keep whatever candles I've lit since I haven't had any OBS or internet problems lately.
Good. And I can't believe my stream looks this awesome and I'm not moving around. He did say he was going to play with us, right?
Yeah, I think so. He's still sitting there. He is. I am watching LotRO stream, And he keeps restarting the app. The startup screen works. Then he gets the character selection.
All right. Well, as long as we're waiting, I know one thing I can do. There you go. Proof that I have been to your channel and watched you stream.
Nice. Outstanding. Yes, for anybody else sitting in Gravity 42, I am dual streaming with BigEdMustafa, who just said hey. And we are trying to burglar these wargs that are in front of us. But we are waiting on one more. Our faithful Olip.
Crazy Walls, I'm shocked that you would assume that all of those Mormons out in Utah don't celebrate Hanukkah. I can think of no better way to spread Christmas joy than to wish Mormons happy Hanukkah. That should totally be a thing. The Cookie Mama says, set up a multi-stream. I forget how. I know it's supposed to be super easy. And we're going to give Gravity a shout out here. So if you don't want to look at this god-awful beard, you can go watch Gravity's stream instead and pretty much get the same effect. How's that for publicity?
Outstanding, thank you.
I want to stab a warg really badly.
Yeah, I thought the multi-stream stuff was just if you wanted to watch more than one, you just could.
No, it'll put them both up on the screen at the same time, and I think they have a shared chat, maybe? Or I'm imagining that.
Well,
Depends on how you double them up.
all right.
Well, and something to keep in mind if Alabenya is filing sexual harassment complaints about me and I get kicked off of LotRO stream, my Friday time slot may be available soon. So be sure to apply for that if that's of any interest to you.
Jacklo 8000, thanks for the follow.
I'm sorry, Cookie Mama. You should not be getting moo-botted. Let me fix that.
Yeah, chatbots are cute, but man, when they misbehave, it's embarrassing.
I always like to toss the blame to Eldolith, who set up my Moobot for me. It's like, it's not my fault. Guided tour, editors.
Yeah, and then figuring out how to fix it.
Well, I thought the Cookie Mama was already a regular, so she should be able to post that stuff.
Right.
Yeah, she is a regular. She's on the list. Oh, well. At the very least, I can do this. Ha! I have the power to post links, and Moobot can't shut me down. So
That you
there we
do.
go. All right, I'm going to give Alapenya up as dead until he comes back and tells us otherwise. What else would you like to do?
I don't know.
Did you rebuild
What else
Hype
is
Bolt
there?
yet? Did you get your Hype Bolt armor?
No, I have not.
You want to go run Hype Bolt dailies?
I could, but you're already done them. I hate to force you through daily stuff that you're already finished.
Yeah, but if I do content I'm already familiar with, the viewers may not notice how utterly incompetent I am at this game. So it helps smooth my rep a little bit with the LotRO gang.
Fair enough. I think I am standing in Harwick right now, which is one of the ones I was doing. Actually, come to think of it, are the quests even... I don't even think... Can you fellowship them? I guess they're public instances.
Yeah. I can just run around with you and help get stuff done.
Right.
Cookie Mama has a thing. Have fun. See ya, Cookie Mama. Sorry about Moobot's over-aggressive stance. Call Me Sabs is here. Hi, Sabs. We'll give Sabs a shout-out. I think Feckless probably has 5 times the followers I do, but we'll give Feckless a shout-out because she's awesome. You guys already know that. You don't need me to tell you, but what the hell? As long as we're just standing here staring at wargs while we're invisible, it's something to do.
I retreated to Harwick.
All right. You done anything out
East
in Wildemore yet?
No, I haven't started Wildemore yet.
I think I got a bunch of Slayer deeds and stuff to still do out there, so maybe we can just go tramp around Wildemore.
Sure.
Soak up a lot of crafting materials.
I think...
I still have a tie to Harwick. I'll see you in Harwick.
Okay.
Harwick, in case you guys didn't know, in the Wold, is actually a full-service town. They've got an auction house, they've got relic and forge masters, they've got vault storage, and it's also very conveniently closely tied to Wildemore. So if you're working Wildemore and you don't have your Forlaw return skill yet, Harwick is a great place to hang out. Gives you access to the Norcrofts and the Wold, it gives you access to Wildemore, and it's got all the services in town, so... Visit beautiful Harwick at your convenience once the Thane decides you're okay and lets you into town. So that's still the whole thing out here.
I did find something else to do in Harwick just now.
Yeah?
There's a burglar here called Alibaba. We can just stand around and slap him with a fish or something.
That is fantastic. I will totally do that.
He's standing outside the mead hall. Oh, I can't even fish slap yet. What a shame.
I am running across the body of water, and I have a fishing pole, so I'm going to wet a line real quick. We'll get that checked off. And I have an understanding with Maiden of Rohan that it takes 3 casts and 3 catches to be considered done with fishing for the stream. 3 casts, 3 catches. They don't all have to be fish. If you pull in an old boot and a rusty hammer, you've still fished. I got a golden mullet.
I admit I've been neglecting my fishing because at 143, so I'm at that glut of getting points.
You're so close to sturgeon. Should be working on your sturgeon master.
Where do you get those?
Any place that has ancient iron. Basically, sturgeon are like a tier 5 crafting resource. Largemouth bass, a golden mullet. Getting some nice cooking fish. Wallop will be excited to hear that.
People have been crying for another hobby. There's a guy over here in the lake spearfishing. They could just add spearfishing as a second hobby.
I think Zinger and I were trying to start the rumor that they were going to do that for wardens only. And a 4-pound salmon. All right, let's go emote the hell out of Alapenia. I have fished, and it was glorious. I just have to figure out where I put my daggers. Somewhere there's a second age dagger with a blue background around it. That is not it. That's a funny coincidence. We just happened to pick the town he's hanging out in front of.
Yeah, and he's now gone.
Oh, he must have heard we were coming for him.
I guess.
Let's check inside. Might just be cowering inside the mead hall. Or he logged off. He's going to go hang out on Krikalo with the Raiders of the Lost Orcs. Yep, he logged out.
All right.
All right, let's go visit Wildermore. It's right up the hill.
Yep.
There's that dagger. Kadithi says, Vinny, Vidi, fish. Fishy. I came, I saw, I fished.
It's a good motto.
It's a great motto. Julius Caesar said it right after he caught his 50-pound salmon. There we go. I probably am still hundreds of kills away from Beast Slayer of the Eastament. And I've got 141 to go. So yeah, I wasn't too far off. Plus, that's part of the fun of having a war steed, is just being able to randomly slash at stuff as you ride across the landscape.
Yeah. For sure.
And Gussie Moose never yells at you for killing a wild boar. They're not cuddly enough. Welcome to Wildermore.
Oh, these things aren't gray to me. I should probably watch out what I'm doing.
It's all right. We want to kill them anyway. One of the Slayer deeds is mounted foes in Wildermore. Yeah, this place is all 85th level. Most of this stuff should be good XP for you. You've obviously ran Wildermore before.
On another character, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't think you were seeing it for the very first time.
No.
But that area just past Forlaw down the hill, they have a couple of dailies to kill mounted foes and kill wolves. And the whole time you're running those dailies, there's like 10 million crafting nodes to pick up out there. Wood and ore and...
Right.
I haven't done it for a while, but I used to go out there just to pick up Rittermark ore. And it was after the Anorian Skarn came out. So people had kind of quit collecting it. And it became very valuable in the auction house. I was getting like 35 or 40 gold per 100. I was like, that's awesome. I can just come out to Wildermore, vacuum up all of this I want for free, and turn it into cash money. There we go. See, case in point. Here's Rittermark Skarn right here. Anywho, I think I've done most of Wildermore. I don't think I ever finished the Epic. It's not particularly burglar friendly. What is it, the Balewood? Over where you finally run into Nurs, the giant? Yeah. Yeah. Solo burglar on level is not going to do particularly well over there.
Right.
It's kind of hazardous to your health. And we got a full Fellowship warband in the area. We'll probably go ahead and pass on that. We at least triggering a couple new Slayer deeds for you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, at least the mounted enemies, mounted, what was it called? Mounted foes?
Yep. Warg Riders should be targeted first because not only are they orcs, but they don't clean up after their wargs and they just leave warg poop everywhere. Highly annoying. And much like Harwick, Forlaw is also an excellent town because there is every service. They've got a lovely crafting hall with auctioneers and vault keepers. And just about any service your heart desires right here, conveniently located in town. I think we're okay to head back out. There's also the Hobby Master right here in town. You can get your basic fishing rod, repair gear. All right. What'd you say your fishing was at?
143.
Okay, you have to fish until you get it to 145, and then we'll head out of town.
Okay, you're just going to go for a swim while
Yeah. Polar Bear Club, man. I think you guys do this all the time up there.
Oh, no. Although I'm the Canadian that moved to California, so you can sort of guess my stance on cold weather and whatnot.
You probably are okay with it not being that cold.
Exactly.
So that's the kind of quality content we're bringing to you tonight. Gravity and I are fishing in two completely different regions. You guys get to see exciting angling action all over Middle Earth. Crazy Waltz is heading over to his sister's to say hi. It's her birthday, and then he has schoolwork. Have fun, Crazy Waltz. Thanks for coming by. Tall window envelope spotted my dagger before I did. Row 6, column 5. I'm not a smart man. Lee Nightingales either. Did I miss Lee Nightingales? New Tote, is this game dead? Yes, this game is completely stone dead, which is why all of us are playing it and watching it. No, they just came out with Mordor, you bonehead. Actually, they're having a renaissance. LotRO hasn't been this lively in years. And in fact, they're actually in the middle of updating Player versus Monster Player for the first time in 1,000 years. So it's nice to see that finally getting addressed.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, we had a big expansion back in October. They released Mordor, 5 regions of it, more to come. They're getting ready to do an update with Northern Mirkwood. Game's going great. Ooh, 20-pound salmon. Nice catch. And a great golden mullet. See, you're kicking ass here. No extra fishing skill points, but that's okay.
I got one.
Oh, good. Okay. I was going to say, as long as you're pulling trophies and game fish, the points are probably going to roll in. I don't think you're going to have much trouble with it. Plus, new tote, we got fishing. Played it at launch, but that was like years ago. Funny story, new tote, absolutely true. I had a beta invite to LotRO, and I played the open beta, and I thought this was a really well-polished snooze fest, and didn't really care for the game, so I didn't subscribe. And it was years later, I finally came back to check out LotRO about a year after it went free to play, and I had canceled subscriptions to a couple of other MMOs because I got into radio control flying, and I was spending all my time out at the flying field, so I didn't really want to pay for subscription fees to games I wasn't playing. But then I kind of wanted to get back into something, and I tried LotRO again. Been loving it ever since. The game's really evolved nicely. There's tons and tons and tons of content. The game world is massive. Lots of fun stuff. Great storytelling. I really enjoy it. So, yeah, if you tried it clear back in 2007, and it's a different game and mostly for the better than it was back then. I'm glad Vastin decided to work on that. It'll take him some time to fix it, but I'm confident that eventually they'll reach a happy medium of balance. Telerian says the game is as dead as Donald Trump. There might be some regions that are not as highly occupied as others, the hair, but I would say not dead. Are you not up to 145 yet?
No, I got 144
Wow.
in my first cast, and now I'm just waiting.
You are on a dry spot, aren't you?
Yep.
I'm in yellow line. I'll hit you with some fishing buffs.
Nice. Wonder if you can fish stealthed. I'm guessing probably not.
No, you can't, in fact. I have tried it. Show me some hardcore PvP killing. PvE killing. We'll get there. He needs 1 point of fishing, and then we're riding out of town. Hopefully you're saving up your silver pieces for a Rohirric fishing rod.
Well, I'm not spending them on anything. You can spend that currency? I thought you just collected it.
Nope. I want to say Snowborn or Snow Reap. What's the name of the town?
Snowborn? Yeah.
There's barter vendors there.
Right. You know what I learned the other day? This absolutely floored me. The war steeds that are around Rohan, if you use them, they bring up the store for that.
Yeah, you can buy the
steed
cosmetic traits if you see one you like.
I don't know. How did I miss that for like 4 years?
Yeah, who pays attention to war steeds? That's one of the things that's new, Toad. If you saw us earlier, mounted combat, being able to fight from horseback. We've got a fresh, crisp, cold and refreshing Coke Zero. Here, we'll do a quick silent commercial for Coke Zero. Or subliminally, that should have made every one of you want to drink a Coke Zero. But, yeah, they added mounted combat with the Rohan expansion. You've got Eastern Rohan with 4 subregions. You've got Wildermore, sort of like a 5th subregion of Eastern Rohan. And then there's Western Rohan, which that must have 6 or 8 subregions. It's a huge add. And it's all big, open, grassy plains, and you can ride around and whack stuff from horseback. Let's settle up. I'll just talk about mounted combat where you're trying to get your next point of fishing.
Okay.
You should be able to catch sturgeon here, too, but you probably haven't had any. Did you get your darter master done?
Yeah, I think I did. What are they under? Oh, hobby. Class race.
No, your darter master would just be a title. Anyway,
doesn't it come with a
there's
deed?
Information about my horse? Probably. Not really. No, it's more of a title thing. Maybe Trout Master's a social deed. I guess that could be true. There's my horse menu. Anyway, so your war steed can be light, medium, or heavy, and then your war steed skill set can be red, blue, or yellow, just like your class traits. And you can go in and spend your mounted combat points and spec out your horse the way you want it. And I didn't realize I had 5 of those to spend. I think I maxed out yellow line and I was working up red line on the same trait line. Is that right? Is that even a thing?
Yeah, I think you get enough points to pretty much max out 2 of them. And yes, I have done Darter Master.
That is fantastic. See, I'm glad I was showing all this stuff off because I had no idea I had those extra points to spend.
Oh, yeah.
Who knew?
Mounted points are easy to forget about.
Ain't that the truth? So this one I've got red line all maxed out, and I've added some yellow and blue.
Maybe 144 is as high as you can go here.
Yeah, that's it.
Some odd.
All right, well, I tell you what, you did get 1 point of fishing skill. Just for the sake of everybody watching, why don't we go ahead and move on?
All right.
He was talking about hitting the wall. When you get up to about 135, 140 fishing, that stretch to 165, 170 is just brutal. It feels like you have to catch 200 fish to get a skill point. And then all of a sudden from like 180 to 200, it's just like blip, 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 blip. They come pouring back in again, and it gets easy for some reason. I have no idea why that's the case, but it's definitely been the truth for me. And there it is. I was looking for this exit. But yeah, this whole valley down here is just stupid full of crafting nodes. It's a very happy place. Walnut wood and Rittermark ore and probably even a scholar node or two. Trying to track a white mouse on a white background is proving to be difficult. Where'd that wolf go I was going to whack? Oh, this is one of the fun things about Burglar. You can actually disguise yourself as an orc. I'll zoom in so you can see the orc helmet there. I like that it has my pirate hat above the orc helmet. Nice. That's nice. The skill is called Stratagem. And then if you hit something, particularly from behind while you're disguised as an orc in Stratagem, you have a very good chance of delivering a very critical hit. Nice. Then what's funny is like the wildlife is still vulnerable to it. It's like, don't be afraid, Mr. Wolf. I'm just an orc. Then blammo. So I'm pretty sure orcs would probably kill and eat wolves, so I don't know why they wouldn't be afraid of them. And, oh, nope, there he is. And I knocked myself out of Stratagem. So I'll go ahead and mine my ore. Would you care to demonstrate Stratagem, Gravity?
It's on cooldown.
Yeah, but there's a daily that... Yeah, you just triggered that for me called Fangs in the Snow. And basically you just come out to Wildermore and kill 10 wolves a day. And it's good for 700 rep, steed experience, item experience, Wildermore coins.
Oh, I didn't get it.
You probably haven't done the prerequisites to open up the daily.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's why I brought you out here so you could do all my heavy lifting for me.
No problem.
I knew you'd be excited. Big Ed looks a little sleepy. I'm going to kill most of his wolves for him. Here we go. Let's see if I can pull this off. A lot of times you'll one-shot kill stuff. Then the other fun one is if you have stratagem. Do you have to have stratagem to trigger? Maybe you don't. Maybe you could just hit him with impugn character. I don't think there's a prerequisite to trigger it.
No, I
You
don't
can find
think so.
2 or 3 things. Oh, you know what? There's a... I hit him for about 10,000. Actually, if you hit them hard enough like that, they'll usually bleed out. You don't have to circle back around to kill them. There's a very easy warband up ahead, and we'll show off impugn character real quick. Should be, I think it's a pack of wolves.
At the wolves, yeah.
Yeah, which also fits in nicely since we're killing wolves. There's a one-shot kill.
Nice.
So I have to say, I haven't spent a lot of time trying to do mounted combat on my minstrel, but I definitely like mounted combat for Bergs better than I like it for my minstrel so far.
Yeah, the minstrel is a little slow.
Man, I totally whiffed on that one. I barely scratched him. Where is that? Here they are. So if you see a warband like this and you impugn the leader's character, it makes him friendly. You'll notice that he turned green. He starts attacking his adds. So he'll actually kill his underlings, and then when he reverts back to being hostile, we can kill him. Now he's going to turn on us. Why'd you make me bite my friends? So those are just a couple of the highlights from the burglar mounted combat skill tree.
That's okay. I got him. I impugned him as well.
Oh, okay. I'll quit swinging at him then. Warband dead. And every once in a great while, you'll get something cool to drop in a warband gift box. Normally, it's just marks, though. That was just 42 marks. The biggest benefit to doing that was that it helped advance the Warg Slayer thing. As a matter of fact, I'm at 9 out of 10. I think there's another daily over here with these mounted guys.
Yeah. I can get that one.
Oh, did that trip for you?
Yeah, the orcs. The orcs. Well, the orcs have a
Ring around them?
ring
Yeah.
around them. Yeah.
Daily hunt?
Yeah. Tall window envelopes point about the mini has a very huge AoE is spot on.
Yeah,
But sometimes it's a little annoying because you end up dragging everything into your fight.
Yeah, I've watched people play their minstrel on horseback, and if you accidentally hit the AoE skill around a crowd, you definitely draw some attention. Yay! 2 out of 10 on Warg Riders. And do not hurt the moose, or you'll hear about it from Gussie Moose. She does not like having her namesakes assaulted. Which really isn't fair, because elk is really delicious.
It is.
So if you think Gussie Moose might be watching your stream, just yell, "It's coming right towards us," before you attack anything like an elk or a deer or a moose. There we go. Four warg mounts. There's a bunch right up the hill here. There's also some new deeds. Slayer of Wildermore. I must have completed one finally.
Nice.
I heard something ding and was busy attacking, so I didn't notice what it was. Well, you're getting pretty good at dismounting these guys.
I don't think that's me. I thought that was you.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Although I have one of my legacies is improved dismount chance. So I do find it to be quite a useful feature. Oh, yeah, I did dismount that guy.
See? Nice. I think I just had a 23,000 point hit.
Wow.
One-shotted one of the Warg Riders. Oh, nice. Strike on the Harrying Warg Rider for 27,310 points. 15,500 from 1,000 Fury. That's a pretty solid hit.
I'll say.
From a dude with a dagger on a pony. Although that was stratagem taking effect. Another one-shot kill.
What are you opening with?
I'm hitting him with Ride By. Because it's gangsta.
It's gangsta. Got it.
I try to use the most gangsta attacks that I have available. You need more Warg Riders?
Nope. That is all of them.
Okay, we can move on. There's another town at the other side of the lake where you start Wildemore. Maybe just for fun, we can go over there if you want to pick up a quest or two. You may totally not want to be out here, too. I don't know.
No, this is fine. It's on level stuff for me, so I should probably get out here.
And the snow's pretty, and it's kind of nice to just ride around and swing at stuff. And I like Wildemore. Although I remember back in the day, this was just killer on my computer. I'd get, because of this particle effects from the snow,
Right.
11, 12 frames a second riding through here at times. And even with, I just hopped up my system again. I'm curious to see. Yeah, I'm still only pulling like 60, 70 frames a second. Down to 40. The particle effects just really kill the graphics out here. And off the top of my head, I forget what your crafting focus is.
Explorer, so I can pick up.
Oh, okay. You're mostly
Anything.
just a material vacuum then.
Yep.
With tailoring as a specialty.
Tailoring. It's the first character on Brandywine, so Explorer kind of makes things a little easier.
Yeah, good way to start. And then if your second one's your Scholar, everybody else will have plenty of crafting materials when they come up.
Yeah.
So I do want to take a peek. Deed completed. Orc Slayer of Wildemore. Advanced. That was worth a bump of honor. Which I thought there was no honor amongst thieves, but I'll take it. And more importantly, 5 LotRO points. And it opened up Slayer mounted foes I'm still working on. Slayer of Wildermore. I think that's my first advanced Slayer finish. There we go. Slayer of Wildermore. Slayer of Wolves. Slayer of Wildermore, 1 of 6. That's worth 100 marks and a title. So very important that I finish that. Oh, and 900 rep points. And since it's not a fishing title, I probably won't use it. But it's nice that I have the option. Are you a fan of Wildermore? Do you enjoy hunting out here? Hi, Ski.
Yeah, I love the. I really enjoy the quest line out here, but it is hard.
Yeah, particularly on a solo burglar.
Yeah. Yeah, Minstrel wasn't too bad. That was the first thing I went through with. Was a mini, and story's fun. For Tolkien nerds, it's the ultimate eucatastrophe, which is the sudden good thing happening at the end.
Yep.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the story out here. So.
Hi to Geek Tours who joined the stream. My apologies for not looking up sooner. It's hard to pay attention to chat when you're doing mounted combat, or you spend a lot of time riding into walls and fences and falling off of cliffs. And you haven't discovered it yet, so we can't really stable master to it.
Oh, but I can discover this one.
Are you here to help us? Do you bring provisions?
That'll help.
Yes, it will. What is it? Skilfig.
Yep, Skilfig for the win. It's not that far of a ride from here anyway.
No.
Just right up the hill. As long as you're not on the wrong side of the lake, it's easy enough to get there. So I had mentioned it before when we've been chatting, but after I upgraded to my Ryzen 7 with the DDR4 3000 megahertz memory and the NVMe drive, I was running some benchmarks, and I noticed that one of the benchmarks was actually running slower with the new setup. I think it was Unigen's... what's the new tough one they have? Now I'm blanking on it. Superposition. So I'm running superposition, and I actually pulled a lower number on it than I did with my FX8350. Like, well, that can't be right. So I was trying to figure out what was going on, and the new processor was driving the video card hard enough that it would rev up and then it would heat throttle.
Oh.
It was hitting 93, 94 degrees Celsius.
Wow.
And having to shut itself down, and then it would rev back up and then shut itself down. And I'm like, crap. I'm going to have to get a new full tower case and more fans. And it hadn't been a problem because there's a warband named Baclaron. I picked it up, and now I'm like, can we kill that? Let's take a look at Baclaron really quick. Yeah, he's a small fellowship. We should be able to take Baclaron.
Sure.
Since we're almost to town, I'll delay our entrance just for fun. Anyway, so I got to thinking about it, and I had the R9 290 video card, which is still about as fast as a typical RX 580. I mean, it's a good solid card, but It's 28 nanometer. It's hot. It's power hungry. And I'm riding us the wrong direction. Okay. We'll go this way. Well, there were 3 warband indicators on the mini map, and I finally figured out that we needed to ride towards the one with the ring by it. Oh, this is him. So I got to thinking about needing to replace the case and make sure I had extra cooling and blah, blah, blah. And I figured out it would be cheaper to just buy a GTX 1060 and sell my old card. So I did that instead. I'm getting about the same frame rates, but it uses about 2/3 less power. That old RX or that R9 290 is like a 300 watt card. Oop, I got dehorsed. And this is the problem with mounted combat. Well, this is awesome. We got 2 orcs battling it out.
Yeah, I'm trying to survive at least until I can get my timer off of impugn character.
I went ahead and flopped, so it's a perfect time to take a bite of pizza. I was going to try to switch to yellow mode so I could heal you. No such luck. Yeah. Discretion versus valor. We just need to run from this fight. If you haven't hipsed yet, I would highly recommend it. We can regroup and come back. I think the thing to do is just take out all of the ads first. You had the right idea. Yeah. I went in for the big hit, and I think I got it. I did about 12,000 damage to him. We had plenty of health yet, and I was still trying to attack him while you were impugning character. I think if we go back in and just hit a couple of the ads first, we can probably go ahead and drop them.
Yeah, I think we got overwhelmed by all the orcs and stuff just in this area.
Yeah. Let me know when you're ready to try again.
Alrighty, I'm right behind him. Where are you? Oh, you're behind me.
Up the hill. I ran like a little girl. I'm not ashamed to admit it. Well, he's out here all by himself right now.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's try it again, I guess.
You mounting up for it?
Yeah. I'll build up some fury and come in for a hit. Or that was the wrong one. That was the wrong one.
Nope.
Well, I'm trying to read the gray letters against the white snow.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
So
he's over where I am.
I don't read so good because I'm not very bright. Yeah, let's get his ally first.
Okay, his ally is fighting him.
I'll build up some speed and come back.
Alright, he's no longer our ally.
Would I just kill another one? Yeah, I keep killing the wrong guy. I'm bad at this. Why do you play with me?
You make me look good? I don't know.
Okay, that's valid. You'd probably be 115th level if you weren't hanging out with me.
Hardly. I'm a completionist. Racing up levels is one of the hardest things I do.
There we go. Valkyran is down.
You get a red box of spoils.
Yeah. The red box has all of the latest DVD releases in it, so that's a good catch.
Ending.
I just got more marks. There's actually a War Bands of Wildemore deed as well, which is frustrating because, yeah, there were some war bands out here I tried to get on my champion that I couldn't do solo. There were other war bands that I just couldn't find. He'd try tracking them and hunting them down on the map, and all right, let's head to town. Feeling pretty good. We killed some stuff. We got some loot. We're rolling. And we managed to escape and not die.
Yeah.
Even after botching up that first run at him.
Escaping losing fights as a burglar is not... I guess hide in plain sight is super useful.
And if you're a Hobbit burglar, you've got Hobbit flops like Still as Death. Or Hobbit Silence, rather, I'm sorry. Still as Death is the minstrel skill.
Yeah.
Hobbit Silence and... you don't have to be like Zinger and completely ignore the stuff that I send you. You can use marbles to get an extra stun and escape. They trigger a fellowship maneuver, so you have as long as it takes for a fellowship maneuver to time out to run like hell.
I do not know if we will survive this onslaught.
So if nothing else, tag a stable master or two. The inventory management part of the stream.
Yep. Yeah, I think I got a quest out here, but I think it sends me to that first camp, that first little camp where you find Thrym.
Hello to Lady Gun, who has joined us. Ski worries that I will not be able to avoid the wrath of the moose. You are correct, Ski. Gussie will find me, and she will make me pay. Sorry, what were you saying, Gravity?
I was sort of talking out loud to myself.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just trying to figure out if I had quests to start this area, but I don't have the epic getting me into here yet, and the other one just sends me to Thrym's camp.
Okay.
But I can start that some other day. One of these days I might want to go back and actually complete at least one epic.
I highly recommend Volume 1. I really like the Area Door epic with Narmalith.
Yeah. Yeah, so do I. It's been a while since I've completed it.
It's a sad story.
It is. It's a very elvish story. Trying to preserve, but you can't. Oh, I should find a Forge Master. There's one around here.
Ooh, I got a Weston woodcrafting
Welcome
scroll I
and well
needed.
met, my friend.
It's very exciting. I got a really sweet tier 3 essence. I think it was worth like 7 silver pieces.
Greetings.
Yes, the
friend
essence
of the
system. The
Rohirrim.
answer to how do we get people to use up inventory space more quickly?
Oh, it was funny. They were talking on LotRO Players News. You can check out the LotRO Players News podcast at lotroplayers.com. And Arithart, who'd been playing since the beta, did not know until very recently that you got more money for selling scrolls if you open the scroll before you cash them out.
Right?
So there's always... That's one of the beauties of LotRO is that I don't think anybody knows everything about the game.
Yeah. Yeah,
There's always something new to learn.
I was probably 2 years in before I learned that trick. And then once I learned it, I can't not always open every scroll.
Oh, I finally got to the point on Galandriel that it's like, yeah, I'm not even going to bother to open these stupid things.
Your
Those
aid is welcome,
Belorgius
friend.
scrolls are so useless. And they start out only being mostly
Greetings,
useless,
friend
but
of
when
the
they get to
Rohirrim.
completely useless, it was like, I don't need the extra 10 silver that bad. I don't know if we've got any jewelers that are still playing their burglars. Okay, so far I have fished, I've eaten on camera, I've done inventory management, haven't crafted, and I haven't done task turn-ins. But 3 out of 5 so far. We're having a pretty productive stream.
Excellent.
And I still have a pack space left. That is fantastic. We are rocking. Rambenis has a question for me. Lurking while playing The Sims? Was fishing earlier. That's awesome, Lady Gun. Hopefully you're fishing in The Sims as well. Shall we?
Yes.
All right. Well, at least you got a couple of stable masters tagged. I think that camp you're supposed to go to is right around here. Do you want to go hit it?
Sure.
Yeah, it's like right around the corner up here somewhere.
You get to it this way?
Yeah, I think so. Or I'm wrong. We're not in a hurry.
I never have.
What's the diff?
Makes sense
Yeah.
that you could. It is south of here, though, so we have to go around these mountains.
Yeah, I think you have to in any event. We should be able to take a right up ahead here somewhere and cut through. Feel free to grab some ore. I don't mean to be vacuuming it all up.
I'm just grabbing the oak.
Okay.
6 of 1 half dozen.
I think I've been putting a lot of Rittermark scarn in the kin chest anyway. We're looking for Redbeard.
Yes.
Pro player tip for you: if you come to Wildermore, never pass up these cats. There's a Slayer deed for them, and they only spawn in a couple of specific areas. So if you're a completionist like Gravity and me, you'll eventually get to the point where you're just like, I need 300 more cats. Where are they? And if you are a completionist like Gravity and me, please seek therapy immediately. You don't want to live like we do. It's no way to go through life. See, when you're telling this story later, you're going to be like, Ed took us totally the wrong direction and got us lost. And my version will be like, it was awesome. We found a bunch of snow stalkers and we killed them.
I like your version better.
Yeah. Well, and that's the beauty of it. They can both be true. Well, for me to have bought a GTX 60, that's the equivalent of buying $200 worth of Pepsi Max. I've been on AMD video cards for like the last 12 or 15 years. And if I could have bought an RX 580, I would have. But man, the cryptocurrency market's just got the hardware stuff's all screwed up. Those AMD Vega cards, if you go to try to buy one, it's like they don't actually exist anymore. The Chinese must just be buying them up by the pallet. Newegg pulled the listing for all of the Vega 56 cards. Like, we're not even going to show them on our website.
Wow.
And then all of the Vega 64s are all at like 200 above suggested retail and out of stock. Yeah, we need to go back the other way. I'm more convinced now that the trail I led us up is just going to take us out into the middle of nowhere. Which would be okay, but...
Or back into the Balewood.
Yeah, we don't want to get back into the Balewood.
Probably not, no.
Can I promote Rembenis? Well, I was looking to promote the Cookie Mama to moderator earlier, and I couldn't find it, so I'll have to take a look at it later, Rembenis. But I have to say I'm real happy with the GTX 1060.
Nice.
I went from a 300 watt card down to a 120 watt card, and then going from the FX 8350 down to the Ryzen 1700. That's going from 125 watts to a 65 watt CPU. So now the only problem is my PC doesn't act like a space heater anymore. It's all quiet and not hot.
Yeah, cooling's annoying. I have a very strong aversion to fan noise.
Oh, they got a solution for that. Just buy these, what do they call them? Wing 3 Be Quiet case fans for only $30 a pop. It's like, wow.
Yeah, those are great. I haven't got any of those. I did get the Be Quiet cooler.
Oh, okay.
CPU cooler. And I
Yeah,
actually
I know
just
they make several models.
yeah, I actually just switched it out. I had an all-in-one water cooler before, but this one I find way quieter.
Is it everything you hoped and dreamed it would be?
It's way quieter. That's all I wanted.
Perfect. All right, I know Redbeard's camp's right around here somewhere.
Yeah, I think there's another
wanna
little pond over here, and then it's just past that.
All right, I didn't want to send us riding off a cliff. Yeah, you're right. This looks like the way.
Yeah, it's just as long as we just ride off this cliff here.
Perfect.
There he is. You have arrived at a camp of rugged but friendly-looking warriors, with one man standing out from the rest.
I've been told that his beard is the exact same color as Maiden of Rohan's if she lets hers grow out. It's pretty special.
I do not know if we will survive this onslaught. I do not know if we will survive this onslaught.
Cool. Quest picked up.
Alrighty then.
Apparently I have to kill 8 of these.
Oh, the Bargists?
Yeah.
Well, it's a good thing I started attacking them for no reason.
Very good. Yeah, I need the... yeah, one of the quests was...
Bargists and Orcs?
yeah, investigate the ponds, which I think is...
Oh, there's going to be some
Finished.
frozen berries and stuff too, yeah.
Finish all the quests that are... oh, do I have to... No. Forgot that these corpses are usable after they fall.
Mm-hmm. I'll follow you. Lead on.
Okay.
We'll just keep picking on Bargists.
See, mounted combat on frozen water looks great because it actually does look like the horses are skating.
It does. We should totally put ice skates on a horse and see what happens. I'm sure it'll be nothing bad.
I'm sure.
That conversation will end with, well, at least we got a good price per pound.
Oh, there's the strawberries for All Up's pie.
I'm pretty sure he has enough rhubarb.
Oh yeah, now I gotta go collect berries. Fun stuff.
I can just picture a couple of Standing Stone developers talking in the last few winters ago. Man, can you believe how cold it is out there? Yeah, I was freezing my berries off. Hey, we should make that a quest in Wildemore. That's cool. I actually rode all the way into a Bargist cave. Horse and all.
Hopefully you get out safely.
I did.
Oh, good.
A happy coincidence. Oop, that's going to be a long fall.
Well, we can go back and talk to Thrym now.
Alrighty then.
I've finished my tasks for him. Quest available. Clampjaw. Sounds like a challenge.
He did not make it. I feels bad, man. Oop. Okay, that wasn't completely over a cliff. That worked out okay.
I have 3 mounted combat traits earned.
Nice.
Oh.
You been streaming anything besides LotRO?
Yeah, I've been trying to do Rocksmith, but it's
I am afraid.
trying to figure out if it's actually compelling
I
or
am
not.
afraid of what is happening to these lands.
It's like, well, if you like
These are
music, you're not going to
desperate
come in here.
times for the Rohirrim.
It's not that bad. And the gaming part of the game is interesting, but again, it's hard to stream it. Since it's mostly about the music. All right, now what?
Well, just for fun, let's go run Rescue and Nazgashur really quick.
Sure.
We can do it from right here. And I'm probably going to need to log.
Okay.
You're probably not going to want to do it at level 98.
That might be a bit much. But I probably will not accidentally kill a Colideer.
We call that pulling a Rembenis.
Taken by some madness, Golidir has ventured into the rift. The air is thick with menace, and the stench of Fauloch lingers.
If you haven't had a chance to run the full Rift raid, and you're wondering how you'll ever get Kindred with the Eld Gang, for which there's absolutely no reward, by the way, you can just run this particular instance over and over, and you will eventually get there. Plus, this is one of the skirmishes, or one of the instances, rather, that actually does drop a handful of Starlit Crystal once in a while if you're running at level 100 or above.
Completed Pale Trapper Slayer.
Nice. I think they just prefer to be called Caucasian. Yellow. We have to do a fellowship maneuver on the turret.
Right.
Geeks Tour was admiring some of the shields in the camp we were just at. And rightfully so.
Mm-hmm.
There is no hiding from the NPCs in this instance. They will find you and they will kill you.
Dylan T34, thank you for the follow. I think I know who that is. Welcome, old friend. Red. trying to figure out if I'm actually doing any damage here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, there I did.
I never doubted you.
Just seeing a lot of deflected going up. Another weak spot. Is this also red, red?
Yellow, yellow.
Yellow, yellow.
Or we could just call it yellow. I'm eating Little Caesar's pizza. That might be why I'm saying yellow, yellow. Pizza, pizza. Red, red. Oh, that wolf died.
It's being stubborn.
Red. Oh, they're coming from that same way again. Ooh, a big lizard.
A flesh gorger, no less. Seems to have taken a liking to your nurse.
That was my nickname in college.
Nurse Ratchet?
No, flesh gorger.
Got it. Alright. Okay. Wow.
You transitioned away a little too quickly from that name.
I was really hoping to hear the story behind you being called Nurse Ratchet.
There's not one. Yellow.
Okay.
Yep. There we go. I almost borked that.
Oh, they're on the other side. Not paying attention.
I always check this side first. And looks like it's red again. Okay, we haven't had any encounters yet. Let's see what pops up. Stone pile and massive blades. They're both over here. Let's do the stone pile first.
Okay.
We can keep that massive blades where it's at. I just as soon not fight both of them at once.
Agreed.
It's kind of a tricky combination here, actually. He didn't make it.
It's a good thing we're ending the stream because I finally remembered to cast Reveal Weakness.
Oh, there you go. Olip would be very proud. I still haven't bothered to. Boom! Completed rescue in Nurz Gashu. What the heck does that mean? Oh, I must have finally gotten all of the encounters on this character.
Well, good.
And if you want your landscape soldier, you have to resummon them in here.
At the very least, they're an additional target.
True story. Oh, we have to pacify Galadir. It looks like it's blue. Okay, if Rambenis is still watching, you'll notice that we did not open up on him with our maximum attack skills. I hit him with a rock. I can't believe that didn't stun him. Couldn't hit him with red. Hooray!
You ever tried to put somebody in the trap?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Usually when I come in here, it's like, it's just too much effort. And I probably end up running through lava.
Apparently I really have to physically pick this up out of the chest. Yeah, 200 silver. That was probably worth it. I had to throw away my guide to the Harvest Math Festival, though. Feel kind of bad about that.
Well, you won't need it for another year anyway.
Rambenis assures me that he's still here, so hopefully he saw us not killing Galadir completing this instance. All right. It's a quick, easy instance. You get a ton of item experience. You get cash. You might get an handful of Starlit Crystal occasionally. And you get rep with the Eld Gang, which is not easy to come by. So it's a happy little instance. I like running that one, even if it's not the most experience points you can get. Where'd you wander off to? Or are you still in there?
Oh, I'm still in there.
Okay. All right, I'm going to go craft something and do task turn-ins.
Sounds good.
And I guess you may want to go back to hit Bolt or do something else for fun.
Yes, I will. I'll probably end up back and finish my dailies and get that out of there. Thanks for the burglar.
Have fun. Yeah, always a good time.
Yep.
When I get logged off, I'm going to file a missing persons report on Zinger. We'll try to get that mystery solved, but
got it.
See you later.
All right, take care. All right, that was our Wednesday night stream with BigEdMustafa, who is streaming over on BigEdMustafa. Let's see if my commands work. Woohoo, they do. Yeah, we're here on Brandywine's server. We have an all burglar kinship, and we run around in all burglar fellowships trying to do things that we should not be doing with a single class in a group. Tonight was remarkably fairly successful. Since a lot of the content is actually meant for a diverse class, it's usually not successful. But how's everybody doing in chat? Dylan, are you still around? Thanks for dropping by and dropping the follow. I have far too many legendary items that are in need of attention.
Welcome, my friend.
Ah, that is not the exit. I'm suddenly trespassing. All right, I'm going to call it here and see everybody soon.